Hello, we're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, all social media platforms, and around the world on myjoyonline.com. This is Election Brief. My name is Kenneth Jesse. Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICPA, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants and the German Ozone Medical Center, offering alternative therapy, dental wellness and beauty. Election Headquarters for an informed electorate. Please stay tuned in. And this afternoon, President Akufo-Addo addressed the upcoming general elections scheduled for the 7th of December during his acceptance speech at the Valley View University. This date, coinciding with the Sabbath of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, has raised concerns within the Adventist community about their participation in the electoral process. Now, President Akufo-Addo respectfully appealed to the SDA Church to reconsider their stance on not participating in the elections due to religious observations. The president emphasized the importance of balancing spiritual obligations with civic responsibilities.
I wish to address a matter of overarching importance to our nation: the upcoming general elections scheduled for 7th December 2024. It is a day when every eligible Ghanaian is called upon to exercise his or her civic duty by participating in the democratic process that has become the cornerstone of our national identity. However, I am acutely aware of the concerns raised by the Seventh-day Adventist Church regarding the coincidence of this date with the Sabbath. The Sabbath, as a sacred day of rest and worship, holds profound significance for the Adventist community, and I deeply respect and honor this fact. The observance of the Sabbath is a testament to the faith and devotion of Adventist believers, a practice that enriches their spiritual life and that of our nation. Nevertheless, as we navigate the complexities of our modern democratic society, there are moments when the intersection of faith and civic responsibility presents challenges that require thoughtful consideration and dialogue. It is in this spirit of mutual respect and understanding that I humbly plead with the leadership and members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church to reconsider their decision on not allowing eligible voters in the church to participate in the elections of 7 December 2024. Our democratic process, much like our religious practices, are fundamental pillars of our society. The right to vote is not merely a civic duty, but also a sacred trust bestowed upon each one of us as citizens of a democratic nation. It is a means by which we express our collective will, shape our future, and uphold the principles of freedom, justice, and equality that our forebears fought so hard to establish in the governance of the nation. In the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, at chapter 22, verse 21, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ himself reminds us of the delicate balance between our spiritual obligations and our earthly responsibilities. When confronted with the question of paying tax to Caesar, Jesus responded, "Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." This teaching underscores the importance of fulfilling our duties both to God and to the state. It is a call to harmonize our spiritual convictions with our civic responsibilities, recognizing that the effectuation of both is essential to the well-being of our community. I respectfully urge the Seventh-day Adventist Church to take into consideration this biblical admonition as we approach the forthcoming elections. Let us remember that by participating in the democratic process, we are not compromising our faith, but rather fulfilling a moral duty to contribute to the common good. Our involvement in the elections is a manifestation of our determination to building a just and equitable society, one that reflects the values of compassion, integrity, and stewardship that are at the heart of our Christian faith.
Well, that was President Akufo-Addo. Let's head to the Ashanti region now, because Naneje Bafwewa has emerged winner in the highly anticipated parliamentary primary of the New Patriotic Party in the Menchia South constituency. With 376 votes out of the total vote cast, Bafwewa secured victory against competition from the brother of the outgoing Member of Parliament, Owusu Efriye Prempeh. His victory signifies the confidence reposed in him by delegates and party members alike, setting the stage for what promises to be a compelling campaign leading to the December general elections. Nana Boachi Adam has more in the following report.
New Patriotic Party Menchia South. Ya 2 years no results abano ala edidi sui. Nana Owusu Efriye Prempeh onya abano 141. Nana Get Bafwa Awia. Onya Get Bafwa Awia. Get Owusu Boachi. Akwasi Koka James Onya Abano Yelu. James Owusu Boachi. Owusu Boachi. Onya Abano 7. Abanusko Obia Antoine Sano, there was no rejected vote. On behalf of Electoral Commission, and I'm the regional director. Ora Nana Jeba for Yawa. You declare Owa Bafo as a parliamentary candidate for the MPP, Menchia South District. Ayiko.
All right, and so Mami see that.
Right, let's stay a while in the Ashanti region, and I've been joined by the NPP's Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed, on the telephone lines, and the NDC's Deputy National Youth Organizer, Elikem Kotoko, on Zoom to discuss the prospects of their respective parties in the December parliamentary election for Menchia South. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Let me start with you, Haruna. How would you describe the conduct of your just-ended parliamentary primaries at the Menchia South constituency?
Thank you very much. I would like to say good afternoon to our charity viewers and good afternoon to yourself. This is not different from the parliamentary primaries and the presidential primaries that we organize as a party. This has been very peaceful throughout the period, starting from the 4th November contest and then through to the January contest for the sitting members of parliament and the open members of parliament. I believe that the New Patriotic Party has still set the stage to be the beacon of democracy and to have a very peaceful organization of parliamentary primaries. So I see it as welcoming and very good for our democracy and the New Patriotic Party.
Right, and we all know that this is a critical seat for the NPP, especially in the Ashanti region. Now, how ready are you to protect it?
The NPP is very ready. We are ready in the sense that you can see that we have been able to get all our parliamentary candidates on set except one constituency, which the National Council had put on hold. we have been able to get the flag bearer. We have been able to get our running mate. The flag bearer of the party has set his vision in motion. He has said it publicly to the people of Ghana. Our campaign team has been made known. The flag bearer started his campaign to all the regions. He has met with the clergy. He met with the chiefs. He has also met with some sections of the youth, artisans, and he has delivered very key message to them. He has started his constituency tax, and the running mate also has started his campaign. So we don't need a honeymoon at all to work. We need to get set and make sure that we get a social contract from the good people of Ghana. So we are ready, and we are very, very, very confident of victory in the 2024 general election.
Right. Do I have Elikem on the line? Elikem, it is pretty obvious that a by-election is not possible because, you know, we have less than 6 months to an election. But how prepared are you as a party to contest this seat in the general elections in December?
Thank you so much, and good afternoon to your viewers once again. With regards to the NDC, we have been ready from the word go. It is a more reason why we have elected our parliamentary candidates, and therefore we are not leaving any stone unturned. It remains undeniable that Menchia South is considered to be one of the strongholds of our opponents. However, it doesn't also take away the fact that the incumbent member of parliament in the last elections, though he won again, but won by a margin less than his previous elections. He lost almost 7,000 votes to his victory. And that should tell you something. The people may be losing confidence or not happy, etc. And if you look at recent happenings as well, it may be one of the major reasons. And then it is not also surprising that his younger brother, or his brother, who I'm told also was in the contest, could not secure victory. Definitely the people of Menchia will not wish to have a similar character like the very incumbent whose fortunes were dwindling over time, and therefore they settled on someone different. But in the NDC, we are very prepared to address matters that will make sure that we make great impact in Menchia South and all other places we consider to be our opponent's stronghold, knowing the fact that the people of Menchia South also understand they disagree with the fact that a government will spend $58 million to dig a hole and tell us it's building a cathedral, when the Presbyterian Church, kudos to them, are spending money wisely to build a cancer center, when the people know that tomorrow fuel price will increase by about 4%, and it doesn't matter where in the country you belong, it will affect you. So these are the true matters people to consider in making a decision at this point in time. It is what makes this particular election very unique, the decadence and the establishment of corruption as an institution under this region. These are major concerns of the people. You can go out there. Many of the people have even said in the Ashanti region, for instance, they do not see the need to go out to vote. They have expressed this openly. They do not want to vote. They are very disappointed, amongst other things. And so the NDC is prepared, ready to wrestle power with the NPP. Mind you, I'm the deputy national organizer, not youth organizer.
Okay. Now, what are the chances of the NDC winning this seat? We all know that you've never won this constituency since it was established. Do you think you have the slightest of chance, maybe?
The ultimate goal going into the elections is to ensure that we win that seat as well. Things can turn around. There have been some constituencies that overnight swing or change, and because the people become more discerning than they were in the past. But that not even withstanding, we are very hopeful that we'll do better than our previous results in 2020.
Let me bring back Haruna, who I believe, okay, I'm told Haruna has left the line, but Elikem, let me continue with you. Do you think your candidate has that support from your constituents as compared to the MPP candidate?
Definitely. Why not? The reason being that there has never been a time when the NDC never filled a candidate and where we ever held an elections there and the NDC never had any numbers. So that should tell you that indeed there are people within even your opponent's stronghold who also begin to feel the need for a change. And that is also the reason why we need to know that every election is very unique in its way. Right. The variables that will contribute to the decisions of why someone will vote for another or choose the other continue to change. And if I would want to enumerate a few of those to you, like I already told you, these are major issues that will be looked at. I mean, if, for instance, the incumbent parliamentary member of parliament, who just a few minutes after the Otumfuo tried to clean him, and in just a few minutes that they tried cleaning him, went out there and arrogantly took a swipe at the founder of our country, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, to say that, oh, you're Kwame Nkrumah. He may have apologized, but in the mind of you listening to me, the viewers, and even myself, we know that that is a construction in his mind. He was only compelled somehow to apologize. And the people know that then that is a view one person is holding. That aside, that alone can even influence somebody's decision who feels that, no, this kind of posturing is not progressive enough, it doesn't build peace and cohesion, etc. But that aside, like I did mention to you, people will be voting on a lot of issues. Daily bread and butter issues will also make a major impact. People in Kumasi do not buy KK at a different price in Menshia from those in Shai. So those at Menshia do not buy petrol at a different price from those who buy it in Ho. So these things will form a major impact, or these variables will contribute to the decisions that people will make. And it is the more reason why we are more confident that the NDC will be gaining more grounds and we will be making major impacts this time come December 7th.
So for you, if I understand you clearly, your goal is to make gains in that constituency because you know it's a safe seat for the MPP. But if you gain some more votes compared to the last elections, it's a win for you.
It is not only about the gains. I mean, a win is equally a gain, and increasing your number of your votes is equally a gain as well too. We are very optimistic that the people of Menshia South can make a turnaround this time around, and let the people know that, look, you cannot take us for granted and do all the things you have done and expect us to continue to remain your stronghold. No, we cannot be stronghold for nothing, because if you take, for instance, some who say, look, if I take a critical look at the Ashanti region, which is a stronghold of the NPP, and President Akufo-Addo is known to be coming from the eastern region, and he seemed to have concentrated maybe major development in his region rather than the Ashanti region, which is his stronghold, that brought him to power. It will influence the decision of some people to decide not to vote for those people. And I mean, it is no news at all for you to know that when they elected their flag bearer, he had over more than 30% opposition. When they elected Napo as well, you had some wranglings here and there. Even a member of parliament came out to publicly speak about the fact that he was not the best candidate, amongst other things. And so when these things are happening, it also doesn't rule out the fact that it's a human institution. You don't expect anybody to have 100% support, just like Jesus Christ, our Savior, never even had. But all the same, when you are analyzing and studying all these scenarios, it helps you make an informed decision and can be able to focus well into what you expect the outcome of the elections to be.
Elikem Kotoko, I want to thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Now, moving on, Paramount Chief of Karaga Traditional Area, Na Dapem Kana Abdullahi Natogma, has praised the flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, Muhammadu Bawumia, for promoting peace through his campaigns. The chief, who says he has been monitoring Dr. Bawumia's campaign, commended him for refraining from insults and instead focusing on issues. He further urged the flag bearer to continue with development-oriented policies aimed at transforming the country if elected. Na Bakpem Kana Abdullahi Natongma made these remarks during Dr. Bawumia's campaign tour of the northern region.
Anybody in life who wants to progress and to be in leadership and succeed, his respect goes to the chiefs first in every society. Because leadership invariably is also chiefs. That may God grant your efforts with shining success. The small thing I'm going to add here is that I will remain in earnest prayer as usual, because I'm already in it, for God to give Ghana to you to lead and to lead us to prosperity and development. I am a keen follower of the campaign of various parties and various personalities through my TV. I'm also very interested and a regular visit to social media, and I've seen the information all of you are giving out to the people of Ghana seeking to lead the country. Everywhere you go, by my observation, you always talk of peace, talk of development, and tell them what you have for them. You don't go with divisive words. You go and organize people around issues which are very destructive. You always organize people around issues to promote development and to promote the welfare of the people of the country. You've been telling them your agenda for the country and your vision for the country, where you want to send the country to, what you have already done and what you want to do. I think this is what the people want. My special greetings to you and to the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. One of the flagship programs of our administration, the free education concept. There's nobody in the country who have not benefited from this very interception. Invariably, the government administration has come and he has taken the national cake and divided it into every compound and hamlet in the country. There's nobody who can say today that he has not benefited from the free education concept.
Well, let's head to the hometown of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Nkrofo, where the chiefs and people of that area have rejected Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh's apology for what they describe as disrespect for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and are demanding he appears before Nananom and the family of Ghana's first president to render an unqualified apology. According to them, the comment by Dr. Bawumia's running mate has the potential to derail the peace and unity of the country.
Nananom Yajidi say asema Dr. Opoku Prempeh eka ye no eya asema enye se yeka wabu Ghana fo nyina animtia wabu nzima animtia Western region ana Nkrofo wabu ye animtia.
Napo's comments were disrespectful to Ghanaians, Nzimas, and the whole of the Western region. We've heard about his apology, but we insist that until he appears before the chief and elders of Nzima, we won't accept his apology.
Ene ebusuafo no na wo de chopper eto nanane ebusuafo anim ansana ya de atumu se ampa wanum ne ho. Se saade no amaso a ye no ye nyi ni se wanum ne ho.
Meanwhile, the district chief executive and MPP parliamentary candidate for Elembele constituency, Kwesi Bonzo, says Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh plans to meet the traditional authorities in Nzima land to render an apology.
Yes, my poor. You need to move. I'm not to an amaba. Nzima, profound, and not the atepa at home. Now, I'm maybe I saw you why they see, and that said, very possible. Now, send to one of
I've spoken to Napo and I made him understand how his comments about Nkrumah have affected the Nzima people. Although he has already apologized to Ghanaians, he has agreed to appear before the chiefs and people of Nzima to render another apology. I can assure you that he will keep to his promise of appearing before the chiefs soon.
We want man enough man, I didn't send enough. But where they watch at you, I will brass me, I will brass it, not saying another penny for. And then my mouth was it. Young train, I said, Entebia, me, I'm making the doctor, my two book company. But this you can feel me, and I know.
Now, former Trades Minister Dr. Akufo-Addo is asking the people of Infantiman to vote Dr. Ebenezer Prince Ahin as parliamentary candidate or member of parliament for better development. He has taken a swipe at incumbent MP Ophelia Hayford for failing to adequately develop the constituency, a reason he wants constituents to reject her. Dr. Akufo-Addo was speaking after the NDC's parliamentary candidate for Infantiman, Dr. Ebenezer Prince Ahin, held a rally to canvass for votes in the area.
The Infantiman constituency has been a heated one since the demise of former Member of Parliament Eko Hayford just before the 2020 elections. His spouse, Ophelia Hayford, who took over the mantle, is facing stiff competition from Dr. Ebenezer Prince Ahin, who's representing the National Democratic Congress. He's been canvassing for votes to unseat the incumbent, touting his achievements as superior to Mrs. Hayford's. At a rally at Dominasi, former Trades Minister Dr. Akufo-Addo, who had travelled to lend his support, asked the people of Infantiman to vote out the incumbent MP and make way for better development under Dr. Ebenezer Prince Ahin, the NDC's candidate.
Well, people of Infantiman, like almost all people in any constituency, are looking for a competent, dedicated individual who is community-minded, community-centered, and who will take their needs into account and help them to make progress as a community. And I believe Dr. Ahin fits all that description. The one who is representing them now, has she ever stood up and said anything in Parliament? I mean, we don't want to elect people in Parliament who are just there to be deputy figures, or because a person's husband died, then they inherit their throne. They are not effective as lawmakers. You know, the Parliament to speak on behalf of the people. You must be willing to stretch yourself. And the person is in Parliament and is not performing to her people's, requirements, they are the ones who will remove her. So come December, she will be removed for sure. And we'll have somebody better like Dr. Ahin to promote the interests of not just Infantiman, but the central region and the whole of the Republic of Ghana.
Dr. Ebenezer Prince Ahin believes his jobs, education, sanitation and healthcare agenda should be embraced by the people of Infantiman to better their lives.
Hope has eluded the people of Infantiman, and they have seen that their own Ahin is ready to deliver the hope that they pray for. We are coming on 4 core mandates. Mandate is called just agenda. It's jobs, education, sanitation and healthcare. Look, people here, they are not begging for money. They don't need arms. All they need is somebody who's going to help them get employable skills. Could be trades job, could be blue or white collar job. That's what they look for. And if you look at my core pictures, it's all about human capital development, starting from Igbasi, the beginning of Infantiman, from Cape Coast all the way to Abiasi Dominasi. Every single community has benefited from this because God has jobs. So we want to make it bigger. I want to expand it for the youth who have these employable skills but have no hope. Second is education. Look, we all know Central Region is better off education. We have smart kids that just in small push, scholarships. It could be the trades area or just classroom universities. So we're going to push brilliant but needed kids to get scholarships to go to school.
Now, the General Overseer and Global Senior Pastor of City of Faith Ministry is urging clergy to prioritize national interest over personal popularity when delivering election-related prophecies that could jeopardize the peace and stability of the country. We'll bring you details of that story in our subsequent bulletins, but that's it for now. My name is Kenneth Jesse. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.